So everyone, I'm back working on my R33 GTR. So on today's video I'm going to be checking out the boot release lever on the car. I'm not sure if it's the same on all Japanese cars, but if you want to release the boot, you have a lever which is down here, which you pull up to release the boot, and when you press down it releases the fuel flap on the car. But the lever stopped working on the car, so it won't actually release the fuel flap and it won't pop open the boot. There's no other way I can actually open the fuel flap on the car without using the lever, so I need to have a look to see if the cable's actually broke or it's just popped off somewhere. On the Skylines as well, they do have where the Nissan logo is. If you actually lift it up, there is the keyhole to try and unlock the boot. So I'm going to try that first. No, that's not budging at all. I don't want to go too far out in case I break it, so I'll leave that. Next thing I was going to try and do was go in through the actual back seat. So taking off the back seat and the backrest, pulling that all out and seeing if I can get in through the back way, and seeing if there's like a little popper on the boot to hopefully release that. But first of all, I'll need to undo these two bolts which are on the bottom where your footrests are, and then take this bottom seat off, and then it should show me the two other bolts which are underneath there, which I can take the backrest out and then work my way back into there. I'm going to try a 12mm socket after, so I'm going to put this on here, just check it. Yeah, that's the right one. So I'm going to get extension, my ratchet, take these two 12mm bolts off and try and get this bottom seat rest out. So I've managed to get the bottom bench out. It was a little bit harder than what I thought it was going to be. Well, it shouldn't have been hard, but it was. But on both sides of the seat, it has these two little white clip things. So on the bench, there's like a hook, which then goes inside here, so it keeps it locked in. Which on the passenger side, it was pretty easy to get that one off. It comes straight out. On the driver's side, I needed a bit more of a persuasion, so I had to get a little screwdriver just inside, just to fiddle it about a bit, just to pop it out, and it come out pretty easy after. So got the bench all off now, that's out. Now I'm just gonna have to try and get this the rear like headrest part out, which should be two bolts on either side. You can see that there, one there and one on the driver's side as well. Should undo them and see if there's any other bolts I've got to undo. So these bolts are 10mm, so I've got a 10mm socket here, so I'll pull it onto there, make sure I get on the right way. One off. They're pretty long bolts really, with a large washer, which sure that is not standard, so go on to the other side, take that one off as well. So I've got the back bench out. There's 3 hooks on the top here. So if you zoom in, you can see there's one of the hooks where you'd have to actually lift the whole bench up to actually unhook it off of here, and it would just pull away pretty easy. So there is just this plate which is stopping me from getting into the boot. So they should just be easy, 10mm bolts to get that off. But I'm worrying about what's going to be on the other side, because I've got a full sound system in the boot with amplifier, subwoofer, so I'm hoping it's not going to be in the way of me just trying to find a latch. Right, we have got into the boot of the car, finally. So what I had to use was a plank of wood, and this was the problem with it. See that little catch there? That catch was down, where it's got to actually be up to actually unlock the boot, which is just so strange really. It must just be one of them safety things with the car, but literally just notch that back up and then you can get back into the car. It was a bit of a pain though inside the car, because there's like no room to work at all. So I had to just chop up a bit of wood and just work my way in there just to get it out. Now I've got the fuel flap all working properly and the boot, I can start putting everything back in exactly the same way that it came out. Got everything back in place. I mean, the only thing that was a bit of a pain when doing this was that there was just no room in that boot to actually get in there, so but we managed to find something that was long enough just to get in, just to lift the catch back up. So it was pretty easy fix really. I hope you all liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to go like and subscribe. I'll catch you all on the next one.